So today is Saturday. It would have been CJ's first game, so it's Leo's story. Leo, what is your story?
My story is gonna be. I'm thinking.
You're leaking?
No, I'm thinking.
Oh, thinking. You said, like, 1 minute, I'm leaking.
No.
And like, well, we do have a bathroom for that.
What's leaking?
I have no idea,
No.
actually.
I'm thinking.
Oh, thinking. All right. Well, think of some characters in the
I
setting.
don't know. I don't know anything. I
What?
don't have anything. You make it up.
Tell me where the secret plans are.
No.
I don't know anything. Okay. CJ, what's your cool word?
The cool word is leaking.
I just said that.
Linking.
Oh, linking? What does it mean?
It means your brain is leaking thoughts and you think a lot.
Oh, you're linking.
Like I was linking, right?
Yeah. That's brilliant. Okay. Well, once upon a time, there was a linker. And he liked to link a lot. He would sit at his desk in
Wait a
his
minute.
room.
Whose story is it?
It's Leo's story. You're good now? Okay. No interrupting the storyteller. Because once the magic begins, when you interrupt it, the magic stops. We have to start up the magic again. Take two. Once upon a time, there was a linker, and he loved to link. And people would say, "What are you doing?" And he'd say, "Shh, I'm linking." And they said, "What, thinking?" And he said, "No, much better than that. I'm leaking thoughts. I'm linking." And they said, "That's weird." And they just left him alone. And he lived in an apartment. And he would like to sit at his desk by the window and look out down the street and see the people walking around down there. Then he would link. Sometimes he would link about math. Sometimes he would link about going on adventures. Sometimes he would link about automatons. A lot of people did not know what automatons were, but they were the predecessors of robots. And they were made out of metal with gears, and they would do your bidding. Automatons. Well, one day, a person kicked in the door and came into his apartment and said, "Are you the linker?" And he said, "I am. I leak thoughts. I think and I leak them everywhere." And the person that kicked the door in was a lady, and she said, "Great. I have a request for you." And he said, "What?" "I need you to link about the case of the missing dog." And he said, "The case of the missing dog? I've never linked about anything like that." She said, "Precisely, that's why you're the person for the job." One day I woke up and my dog was gone. Help me find her. And the linker said, "Well, did you leave the door open?" "No." "Did you leave the window open?" "No." "Did somebody break in and steal your dog?" "No." "Well," said the linker, "I'm going to link some thoughts." And he thought and thought. And then the lady said, "Oh, I just caught one of your thoughts. It linked out and it went in my ear. It's possible that the dog is still in the house." "That's what I was linking," said the linker. And she said, "Well, I'll have to take you to my house and you can see if you can find the dog." So they walked down the stairs from their apartment, went out on the street. And a guy walked up to him and said, "Hey, I just thought about, wouldn't it be great if they had hot air balloons, but there was a bed in it and you could take a nap in the sky. Did you link that?" And he said, I did. That was yesterday. And they kept on walking. And a lady came up and said, I just had an idea that we could paint roses blue and sell them as blowses. Did you link that thought? And he said, well, I did link that yesterday, but it must have got caught in the wind and went all over the place until it landed in your brain. And his client said, you're quite the linker. He said, yep, well, that's what I do, link all day long. People catch my links and my thoughts, and they have fun with them. And finally got to the client's house. And she said, now, if the dog is still in the house, where would it be? And he said, well, I don't hear barking, so that must mean the dog is dead. She started to cry, no, not my dog. And he said, well, might not be dead, might just be incapacitated, unable to bark. How long has your dog been gone? She said, all day. He said, that's a good sign. He didn't die of starvation. She said, why do you keep saying my dog died? Whee! And the linker said, when you link, you have to link of all the possibilities. Otherwise, you will not find the right one. Okay, she said. He said, now, the dog could be somewhere where you cannot hear it. And she said, well, we don't have any place. We have the library. He said, let's go into the library. Because she had a really big house. So they walked into the library. And there was a guy in there smoking a pipe and reading a book. He said, what are you doing in here? And she said, sorry, we're looking for my dog. And they looked around. And the library was very small because it was a library that was inside a house, not a public library. But it was a nice-sized room. But they did not find the dog there. And the linker linked some. The guy with the pipe said, I just had the most strangest idea of making a bed and filling it with Jell-O. And the linker said, oh, that was my thought. It leaked out. Sorry about that. And they closed the door. He said, the dog was not in the library. That was the quietest place in the house. And just then a butler walked by and said, well, not the quietest place. And the linker said, what do you mean? The butler said, the bomb shelter is the quietest place. And the linker said, you didn't tell me you had a bomb shelter. And the lady said, oh, I forgot about it. He said, how do you get into the bomb shelter? The butler said, through a combination lock. And the linker said, the dog could not have done the combination lock. But let's open it up just in case. So they went down to the bomb shelter, and the lady did the combination lock, opened it up, and there was the dog. Ta-da! And she said, oh, thank you. And she paid the linker $1 million. He said, thank you. And then he said, but how did the dog get in here? When was the last time this bomb shelter was opened? The butler said, 6 months ago, most likely. And the linker looked all around and he said, there's dust everywhere. Nobody's been in here for a long time. In fact, these fingerprints on the handle are just from right now. How did the dog get in there? There's got to be another entrance. And he went into the bomb shelter and looked around. He couldn't find any entrance. But then he noticed that there was a draft going upwards. And he looked up and there was a vent. He said, where does this vent lead? And the butler says, it leads up to the main living room where it gets fresh air from. And he said, that's it. The little doggy jumped into the air vent, went all the way down to the bomb shelter, and he was barking, but nobody could hear him. And the woman was very happy, and she said, you did it. You solved the case twice. Here's another $1 million. He said, thank you. The butler said,
$2 million.
Yeah, and the butler said, I just had the strangest idea that if rocks were clouds, we wouldn't be able to fly. And the linker said, that's correct. That's my link of the day. No charge. And he took his $2 million and went home. The end. Oh, the end. Okay, guys, what's it going to be called?
I named this
Okay,
because I know what the name could be.
what's it?
Because it's my story.
Yeah,
So the name of the story is gonna be The Linker.
the linker.
I think that's on.
All right, good job, CJ. Good job, you guys.